of the great things about Mary Kay is the ability to pass on the legacy to your family. And we're about to hear from a pair who can tell you that experiencing Mary Kay as a mother and daughter team can be one of the most treasured opportunities and a fulfilling experience. Let me tell you a little bit about each of them. Independent Senior National Sales Director Janet Tade had never been in a taxi cab or an airplane until she went to seminar in 1978. It was there that Janet first heard Mary Kay speak and discovered exactly what she had been looking for, a company with a heart. Since debuting as a national sales director out of the Go Give area in 2000, her highest monthly check so far is over $30,000. And she's a Mary Kay multimillionaire with over $3 million in commissions. She's achieved Gold Circle status twice in the $150,000 category, and she's proud to have Kay Elvram as a national sales director from her area. She received the highest honor in Mary Kay when she was named the annual Go Give winner for her seminar in 1987. Janet's daughter, Independent Sales Director Marty Wynn, accepted the Mary Kay opportunity in June 1996 and debuted as a sales director in 2003. Marty is a Grand Achiever and a two-time Premier Club qualifier. She's received 2 gold medals for sharing the Mary Kay opportunity and has 23/4 of Star Consultant status. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to our stage Independent Senior National Sales Director Janet Tade and her daughter, Sales Director Marty Wynn.
Straight up the middle.
Thank you.
In my daughter's eyes, everyone is equal.
Wow, I can't believe it was 1978 when I attended my very first seminar. I was a very shy, quiet girl from the farm, and I'd never been to anything in Mary Kay. I hadn't even met my sales director. And I came to Dallas, Texas, not knowing anyone. And I sat right up in this area of the convention center. And everyone started clapping and singing, and they were so excited. And for a few minutes, I even wondered what I'd gotten myself into. And then Mary Kay Ash came out on the stage. And Mary Kay began to talk about how when she started this company, she took God as her partner. And that she had the priorities of God, family, and career. And she believed that when you kept things in that order, that everything worked. She talked about the golden rule and the go-give spirit. And she talked about how she wanted to make a difference in women's lives, and that's why she created this company. And at that moment, there was something that stirred inside of me that I knew I wanted to be a part of Mary Kay's dream and to pass it on. And I went home with a whole new commitment and excitement. And I learned from Mary Kay that you dream so big that your day-to-day emotions will not overcome you. And it was so exciting to arrive back in Kansas City, Missouri, Marty, and to see you and Steve and your dad.
It was. We drove 2 hours to the airport to pick my mom up from her first seminar because that was when flying was an event. And so it was just amazing to see her get off that plane and then to drive home. And I'm not joking. She was shy and quiet before she went, but she talked nonstop for 2 hours. And I was only 9 years old, but I will never forget that day. I knew something significant had happened to my mom. Now, we had no idea what that journey that we had just begun, where it was going to take us. But I could sense the excitement, and I could just see these dreams and this belief in her eyes, and it was amazing. It has been such an honor to grow up in a Mary Kay home, to see integrity and honor and working with a servant's heart lived out every day, because I can tell you there's never been a day in my mom's career that integrity hasn't been the center of her business, for sure.
Richard and Ryan.
It was just exciting to see her have all those dreams and goals. And then, you know, integrity and honor and working with a servant's heart has never gone out of style. And I just want to thank Richard and Ryan Rogers for just holding Mary Kay's values so close. It would have been easy to sell a successful corporation like this and walk away and enjoy the profits, but they've stayed the course and they walk with us day by day. Isn't that exciting? And I'd also like to thank Daryl Overcash and David Hall. How exciting is it going to be in the next 50 years with leadership like we have today?
You know, Mary Kay said to hitch your wagon to a star, to always reach up, and to surround yourself by the people that you want to become like. And I'm so proud of the Tate area directors and the integrity and the honor and just the commitment they have to this company. And I'm especially proud to have National Sales Director Kay Elverum as my offspring national. Kay's daughter Callie and Marty have become such close friends, and just our entire family have become such great friends. And, you know, when you can have the same dream and spend time together working and having fun and playing together and just having those kinds of role models around your children, then that just makes a difference in their life and who they become. And I am so grateful for the kind of women that I have been able to put in my life and in my children's lives.
Definitely. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And the friends that we've had in this company have been absolutely amazing. And Kay and Kelly Elverum, wow, to walk this journey with you has been incredible, and all of our directors in our area and just all the top directors and nationals that have been friends of our family have been absolutely amazing. There was this time when I was in DIQ and I had a little breakdown moment. You ever have a breakdown moment? And it was in my last month, and I just, you know, I had 7 people that I still needed, and sometimes we can't see where those are going to come from. And so I called my mom, and you know, when your mom's been a top director and is now at national, you kind of already know what she's going to say to you, but sometimes you want to call your mom and cry. So I called my mom. I knew she was out of town on a trip, and I'm just like, I don't know where they're going to come from. I don't know how this is all going to happen. And she said, I know you can do it. And she said, just a minute. And she handed the phone to her friend, National Sales Director Carrie Buskirk. And Carrie talked to me for a minute. It's like, you can do it. I know you can do it. And then she handed the phone to National Sales Director Zenith Brock. And I'm sobbing at this point out of embarrassment. And then Zenith pumped me up, and then she handed the phone to National Sales Director Francie Macbeth. And Francie pumped me up, and then she handed the phone to National Sales Director Jesse Logan. And Jesse said, how many days are left in the month? And I thought, oh, she's a national. She's not even worried about what day in the month it is. And I said, I have 2 weeks left. And she said, and how many people do you need? And I said, I need 7 people. And she said, girl, I needed 7 people on my last day. So, I mean, how amazing. My mom was on a shopping trip with 4 of her closest friends that were NSDs, and they just, I mean, have poured into me. Women like that have poured into me my entire life, and that's an amazing, amazing gift. In this company, you have the opportunity to not just live a good life, but to live a great life. And that spreads to your family. Your family can go from good to great, and that is just incredible. You never stop dreaming. You never stop believing. And I think about it, it's kind of from a biblical perspective. As you know, in this company, we always have somebody like a Paul that we're going to reach up to. We have somebody like a Barnabas that we're going to walk the journey with. And then we have someone like a Timothy that we're going to mentor along the way. What a gift. It's absolutely amazing.
You know, I remember it was 10 years ago, 2001, at seminar when we debuted as the national area. And it was so exciting to be here with the Tate directors and the Elverum directors, and just a very exciting week and night. And I'll never forget that night when it was over. My family was here, my children, my grandchildren, my sister, Kay Dickerson, Linda Robinson, Angie Sidden, my niece, all Cadillac directors. And when it was all over, We walked off the stage, and my parents and my family were sitting right down here. And my dad looked at all of us, and he said, "This has been the greatest week of your mom's and my life." And at that moment, it did not matter how many obstacles I'd had, how many no's I had had, or all the objections along the way. All that mattered was the words that Mary Kay said, "Dream so big and be so committed that the day-to-day emotions will not stop you." And I just challenge each one of you to keep dreaming really big. I am so grateful to this company for the values that we have been taught, Mary Kay's example, and that it's never changed. It is the same today as it was when I began my business in 1977. And I am so happy that I'm able to pass this on to you, Marty. You're such a beautiful woman. You're a woman of God. You have such a strong faith. You're a wonderful mom and wife and a beautiful daughter and sister. And I couldn't be more proud to have shared this opportunity with you and to have you represent this company. And I know Mary Kay Ash would feel the same way if she was here with us today. So thank you.
Oh. Well, thank you. It's been amazing to watch your journey in this company and to know that I can experience the exact same journey. How exciting is that? And, you know, after I had that breakdown in DIQ and just had 2 weeks left, my grandfather was really ill at the time, and my mom called and she said, you know, you need to wrap this up early because, you know, he's probably not going to live till the end of the month, and, you know, we'll have those things going on. And so I finished DIQ a week early, and my grandfather passed away a couple of days later. But, you know, the first voicemail, my mom was out of town in Texas during that time to be with her family, and the first voicemail that I had was from National Sales Director Kay Elverum, and what she left on my voicemail was just absolutely amazing. She said, you know, today you did the work when you didn't want to do it, but you finished the job, and today you honored your father's legacy and your mother's legacy. And, you know, how amazing to put that spin and that perspective on it, that when you don't feel like working, you still do the job, and then you go on and you enjoy just that sense of accomplishment. And that's what I learned watching you, was to always persevere and keep going. You're going to have obstacles, you're going to fail, but you get back up, you don't stop. That's what this company is about. You know, Mary Kay called us her daughters. That's what she called the directors, the consultants, and especially the national sales directors. And she always challenged us to pass this dream on, and that we were her daughters. And how exciting. It's just like the Martina McBride song that they played as we were coming out here. We get to see the dream in our daughter's eyes. And my daughter Bailey is sitting right down there. We're going to be able to pass this on to the next generation. So stand true. See the belief, see the dream in your daughter's eyes, and keep the integrity and the spirit of what our corporation stands for alive. Even when it's out of style in the rest of the business world, it'll always be in style in Mary Kay.
Daughter's eyes,